Hi guys, Alex McIver with Dunnigan Realtors here in Sacramento, California. Today I want to talk to you quickly about Prop 19, which is a new bill that was passed in the last election cycle, and what that means and whether or not you qualify. Quick caveat though, I am not a lawyer, I am not a CPA. Please don't misconstrue anything that I say in this video as tax or legal advice for your particular situation. Please don't sue me, I guess, is the short of that little caveat. In a nutshell, Prop 19 has two main components. The first component deals with passing on property to descendants and readjusting the tax basis there. I'm not going to touch on that too much in this video. The next part that I am going to be focusing on, though, allows qualified individuals to pass their or transfer their tax basis of their current property into a new property if they're buying within California. So I'm going to go through the specifics on, who qualifies and, what that actually means. So that naturally leads us to the question, who is a qualified individual? And that's going to be a homeowner that's 55 years or older, someone who is severely disabled, or someone who lost their home in a natural disaster or a wildfire. So how does it work? It might be easiest to illustrate with an example. So say, for instance, you bought a home 30 years ago, and on the open market right now, if you were to sell it, you could get $1 million for it, but your tax basis is only $500,000. If you wanted to buy a house that's $800,000 without Prop 19, you would be then, even though your house that you're going to is lesser in value, it's still higher than your tax basis. So you'd be jumping up to an $800,000 tax basis, paying more in taxes. With Prop 19, you're going to be able to transfer that $500,000 tax basis to that new $800,000 house. So then you're not going to get penalized by kind of downsizing if you are a senior citizen or one of those other qualified individuals. A question that comes up pretty regularly, though, is what if you are going to a home that's greater in value? So in that last example, you were going from $1 million to $800,000. So you're pocketing that $200,000 and then also keeping your tax basis. But say you want to go from a $1 million house to a $1.2 million house. You're allowed to do that. With Prop 19, you still get to take advantage of some tax savings. But what you're going to do is you're going to take the difference. So in this case, it would be $200,000. That's the 1.2 minus the 1 million. And then you're going to add that to your tax basis. So using the numbers from our previous example, if you sold your house and bought a $1.2 million house, your tax basis would be $700,000 now, because you're adding that $200,000 excess, that difference, to your tax basis of $500,000. And that's how you get to that $700,000 tax basis. Lastly, I just kind of want to touch really quick on why we have this program, why it's needed. So in 1978, California passed Prop 13, which capped property tax increases at 2%, which is great, so that people aren't getting priced out of their neighborhoods just because the property values, rise really quickly. That's what we wanted to prevent. But a unintended side effect of that was, well, now you have some seniors who have been living in their houses for a very long time, and their tax basis is very low, and they might be in a house that it's too big for them. It might be 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, and it's just 1 or 2 people living there now, but they can't really downsize without increasing their cost quite a bit. So that's what Prop 19 aims to solve, and it should ideally free up a lot of inventory by allowing senior citizens to sell their house and kind of downsize and put those homes back on the market. And there you have it. I've linked some resources in the description in this video that are very helpful. They're written in layman's terms, so I know I didn't cover everything. There's a lot of little intricacies, but those resources should really help. And if you're thinking about selling your house in Sacramento, please reach out. I'd be happy to talk with you. So now that we got to the end of the video, I got to do my spiel. So if you found the video helpful or informative at all, please give me a like or subscribe. It's very helpful and I very much appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via email, call, social media, which I have below in the description. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks so much.